Hello guys, welcome back to calculus class. And this time I will go over this question and maybe these two questions. Unless otherwise you want me to go over something else. And I will tell you which questions to study for the test because you do not want to study all like unit 2, unit 3, unit 4 packets. So let's do this one. By the way, so here, if you want me to make more videos, I will definitely do that. But if you don't need it, then don't worry about it. So let's do this. Question is asking, find the derivative of this and plug in 4. I'm pretty sure this one you cannot even use calculator. So let's do this. Now I want to take a derivative of this. And obviously, you can do 1/2 times 6, which gives you 3 and minus 1, which is negative 1/2 power. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be a waste of time. So here. And also, we have a fraction portion here. So instead of taking derivative, I'm going to rewrite this. So it's going to be the same thing as 6 times x to the 1/2 power is square root of x plus 7x minus 16x to the negative 1 power plus 4. And obviously I changed these numbers if you took this one from my class. Now if you take a derivative of this, derivative of 6 square root of x is going to be 6 over 2 square root of x plus 7, because derivative of 7x is 7. Negative 1 times negative 16 is going to be positive 16x to the negative 2 power plus 4 is going to become 0. So that's it. Now let's put 4 into the equation. So 6 over 2 square root of 4 plus 7 plus 16 over x squared. But instead of x, obviously I'm going to plug in 4. Yep, and only thing that you really have to do is to solve for this. So this square root of 4 is going to be 2. So it's going to be 6 over 2 times 2 is 4 plus 7. 4 squared becomes 16. And 16 over 16 becomes 1. So it's going to be same thing as 3 over 4 is going to be 6 over 4 is going to be 3 over 2. Plus 8 plus 1 is, 7 plus 1 is 8. I'm keep adding things numbers up by myself. So here. If you want to simplify this fraction, 8 is 8 over 1. So you got to multiply by 2 to make a common denominator. So 8 times 2 is going to be 16 over 2. And when you combine them up, it's going to be 18 over 2. I went over this a little bit too fast. But if you actually pause the video and try to understand this process, you will have no problem understanding this. And here, these are the just questions that you might want to look at in the Delta Math. I think I explained it in the first video. So just look at Delta 12. You're going to find questions from here like this. And these are the two questions that you have to find it from old Delta Math that goes over product rule and quotient rule. Although I will give you some examples from here. Okay, so let's do this product rule. F of 3 equals 2, F prime of 3 is negative 3, G of 3 is 1, G prime of 2 is 2. And we are trying to find this. So what is it? What's H prime of 3? That's just typical product rule. Product rule is F prime times G plus F times G prime. Keep that in mind, you gotta memorize the formula. So it's gonna be F prime of X times G of X plus F of X times G prime of X. The question is, we want to find G prime of 3, so you're going to plug in 3, which is what? F prime of 3 times G prime of, just instead of X, I'm just substituting 3 into the X. We know what this value is. F prime of 3 is equal to negative 3. G prime of 3 according to this question is equal to 1 plus F of 3 is equal to 2 times G prime of 3 is equal to 2. 2 as well. So it's going to be negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 plus 2 times 2 is 4. It's going to become positive 1. That's simple. Last question, quotient rule. Take a derivative. That's very simple. It's going to be F prime times G minus F times G prime over G squared. Normally, you don't have to simplify bottom, but you might have to simplify top. So let's do this. F prime is f is this, and f prime is going to be derivative of this, which is 2x plus 4. G prime in this case is going to be 1 because derivative of this is going to be 1. So if I plug this one in, if I follow it, it's going to be f prime, which is 2x plus 4 times by x minus 4 minus f, which is x squared plus 4x plus 3 times by g prime, which is 1. So I'm going to put times 1 over x minus 4 squared. And only thing that you really have to do is to simplify this. Just make sure you don't do this one. You cannot do it because there's a minus. So you actually have to simplify everything. So for example, 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times negative 4 is negative 8x. Plus 4x minus 16. I just did this. Now this negative goes here. Negative times x squared is negative x squared. Negative times positive 4x is negative 4x. Negative times positive 3 is negative 3. Times 1 does not mean anything else. Over x minus 4 squared. Now here, due to space, I might have to flex that I own iPad. Because, yeah, why not? Here we go. Are you guys jealous? Now let's do it. Which one can I combine with the x 2x squared? Negative x. So 2 minus 1 is just x squared. What can I combine with the negative 8x plus 4x minus 4x? So here you go. Negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4. Negative 4 minus 4 is negative 8. Don't you dare say 0. Okay? And last, negative 16 minus 3 is negative 19. Over x minus 4 squared. Are you gonna see this on the test? Yes, you will. So you gotta know how to do it. So that's about it. If you want me to go over a few more questions, I will go over it in these 2 pages, but not in this video. I'm not gonna do it unless about 4 or 5 more students personally ask for it. Okay. So text me through the what's that called? Google Classroom. Then I will do some few questions. So here you don't have, these are the answer key. I already posted, but you don't have to do this every single questions. You're gonna only do questions that I circled, which is on unit number 2 in your packet. You're gonna do question number 4. There is some explanation, not the best, but it's doable. 5, 6, and 7, 10, and 11, and 12. That's it for unit 2. About unit 3, I want you guys to do question number 4. And if you had me on Friday, I circled question number 5 instead of 4, but actually this one is gonna be slightly better. And question number 6, you will have this question for sure, so make sure you do this. Question number 8, question number 9. That's it for unit 3, I believe. And unit 4, you're gonna try question number 3. Question number 12, this is the question that I really could not go over in class because I really could not understand what this R equals H over 3 means. But after I reviewed this is not gonna be on your test. So I will probably skip it. But if you want me to go over these questions, let me know. I will make a separate video for this one. But this is really fun question. And I believe question number 17, that you might want to go over this. And I believe that's it. So that's about it. Make sure you circle those questions and do those questions so that you don't get overwhelmed. If you study those and maybe some more delta math, you are going to be fine for the test. All right. There will be about 2 questions that you may not be able to do it, but other than that, you're good. So this, and if you really want to get 100, make sure you study 5.1 and 5.2. All right, from that note, just do some practices. All right, that's about it, guys. If you have any question, just let me know. As always, I love you guys. Good luck. Bye.